Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zemore, the dad in DPS, and you know exactly what damn time it is. It is time for another episode of Script My Pants in Milepost Zero with the new crafting system. And not only are we looking for good items, we are looking for, essentially, things to scrap. And it's going to be interesting to see if we get anything good. Either way, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And let's get on with the shenanigans. Now, last time we did this, we went for armor. This time we will go for legendary ranged weapons. So our first one is a 2-shot dragon with that hit chance and weapons break 50% slower. Now there is 3 effects on there that I want, because I don't have the VAT hit chance, I don't have break slower, and I don't have 2-shot. So that is certainly something I'm going to scrap rather. But yeah, we'll see if we get any effects out of any of these items. Junkie's Pepper Shaker with weapon speed and movement speed while aiming. Now this is actually not a bad weapon as it exists and as it is now, so I might not scrap that. That might go into storage. Because Junkie's, while it's not the best effect, it is a decent little damaging effect. I wish it was Aristocrats. Weapon speed is very good effect. I could put explosive on here. And then we've got that movement speed balloon, which isn't the worst effect to have on a heavy weapon that you're aiming. So yeah, that's not a bad one. That's not a bad one at all. Actually, quite a good set of things here. Now this is a Juggernaut's Fat Man with weapon speed and action point cost. Now unfortunately for me, I already have everything effect-wise there, so the only reason for me to scrap that would be to just be annoying. So that is kind of what it is. Yeah, I kind of think that I need to just keep doing stuff here. Now, Fixer with, what the hell is going on tonight? Fixer with armor penetration, damage while aiming, and reload speed. That's actually really good effects there. That is another good item. What is even happening? Have I contacted Satan this evening? What is the Christ is happening? Mate, you're gonna have to move. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm literally going to stand here for, like, the time I'm doing this. Right, Hunter's Gatling Laser. Something I can scrap with limb damage and the free strength on there. I need free strength, so that is something that I will be scrapping. So we will definitely be scrapping that. And Berserker's Crusader Pistol with critical damage and free endurance. I need the free endurance. That is getting scrapped as well. Unfortunately, I'll probably get the Berserker's effect off of it, but Berserker's a bad effect for this gun. Critical damage is okay. Endurance is a random effect to have on there, but yeah, it is what it is. Mutant's Pipe Revolver with bullets explode for area damage and the free strength. Now, I don't have mutants yet, and I need the free strength, so that is definitely going to be something that I would scrap. But, you know, for a noob, that would actually be an okay weapon to play around with, but that is not exactly what I would be using. Then we have Junkie's Auto Grenade Launcher with weapon speed and damage while aiming. Now, Junkie's just, I don't rate on explosive weapons. I think 2-shot is the way to go. Weapon speed is not bad, but again, you could probably go for your VAT hit chance would be the better effect there. This is while aiming, just doesn't really give you anything, unfortunately. Then we have Medic's Railway Rifle with VAT hit chance and the action point cost. Now, I do need VAT hit chance, so that is something that we will scrap. Medics, I'm not really that enthused with, but you know, it's better than it was because you can shoot people and heal them. And M79 Grenade Launcher with Junkies, VAT hit chance, and reload speed. If it had 2-shot, it'd actually be a god roll, but yeah, well, I could put 2-shot on it, it would be a god roll, I suppose. Might keep that. Might keep that and use that later. Moving on. Moving on. Furious Assault Rifle with explosion and reload speed. Now, Furious is one of the effects I don't have, but I do have the other 2 effects unlocked already in crafting. But, you know, it's an assault rifle, so it's probably worth scrapping because, or scrapping. I'm really not sure. Probably scrapping. Definitely scrapping. Yeah, definitely scrapping. Instigating Short Western Revolver with replenished action points with each kill and weapons break 50% slower. Now, I don't have Instigating and I don't have weapons break, so they are 2 effects that I do need to unlock, so they'll probably be something that we will eventually try and use. 2-shot short enclave with damage while aiming and free endurance. Now, I really wish that had the explosive effect in the middle. That would have been very fun to see, but it is what it is. You know, it's not the biggest of deals. I will eventually get one of them where it's 2-shot explosive. You know, I'll probably put an automatic receiver and maybe the break slower on the bottom. That's my plan, but you know, the effects on there are definitely something that I might want to try and unlock. Nocturnal Railway Rifle with damage while aiming and free perception. No effects on there that I really want. I've got damage while aiming already unlocked, so that's the main thing. But, you know, Scrip might be the answer to that item. Exterminator's Pipe Bolt Action Pistol with damage while aiming and free agility. Again, no effects on there I really want. Yeah, Scrip. Definitely Scrip. Mutant's Minigun with Last Shot and Resistance while aiming. Now, Last Shot is a good effect that I want to get, but yeah, probably scrap it. Scrap it rather than Scrip it. It's not, nothing on there is really overly. Assassin Snubnose with Projectiles Explode and Movement Speed while aiming. Movement Speed while aiming is actually something I probably should unlock as well. Nimble. Yeah, we'll probably scrap that rather. And we'll use all our Scrip here as much as we can. Gormon's Pipe Pistol, 8 damage while aiming, 10% to go invisible. I don't really want that effect, but again, I think that's Scrip rather than scrap. Not a lot of good effects on there. Furious Short Radiant Rifle with bash damage and reload speed. Reload speed is a good effect, but I have it already unlocked. There's not really anything on there I want either. So I have a feeling I'm going to scrip that. Instigating Gatling Plasma. Why game? Why, like, such a bad effect on this weapon. Replenish action points with each kill and free agility. Now, nothing on there overly enthused about. It's a bad effect on a bad weapon. Well, not on a bad weapon. It's bad effects for the weapon it's on, unfortunately. So very, very unfortunate. Bloodied Short Radium Rifle with damage while reloading and resistance while reloading. That's actually not a bad pull. Bloodied damage while aiming is not a bad effect. That's, well, set of effects on here. Damage resistance while reloading isn't the best, but you know, not a bad little weapon. Probably something I could give away to a noob or somebody that's in need. Juggernaut's Short Combat Rifle with Explosion and Reload Speed. That is a god roll. A Juggernaut god roll. We will keep that for posterity in case in the future it becomes worth something. Juggernauts isn't the best effect, but you know, it's not a bad weapon to pick up. Suppressor's Combat Shotgun with Last Shot and damage resistance while reloading. Last Shot's the only effect I want on there, so I probably will scrap it just to get that, but we probably won't get it. Hunter's Auto Grenade, damage while aiming, reload speed. I have all the good effects on here, so this feels more script than scrap, but Hunter's is just a bad effect. I could put 2-shot on it, I suppose it would be okay. Bloodied Short Gamma Gun with limb damage and reload speed. Now, Gamma Guns are actually okay. You can put faster fire rate on that middle shot, but I have a feeling like that would be a bad idea because this thing doesn't have much of a magazine. Maybe even damage while aiming? I don't know. I don't know how I could make that gun better, but explosive would actually be interesting. We could try that. Try messing around with explosive on it. Stalker's Missile Launcher with Last Shot and damage resistance while aiming. That is pretty much going to get scrapped just for the last shot. Everything else on there is absolute garbage. Gormon's Minigun with damage while aiming and invisibility when you hit a target. Gormon's maybe the only effect on there I want, but even then it's not really that important. It's bad effects. Juggernaut's Alien Disintegrator with critical damage and damage resistance while reloading. Juggernauts is a very poor effect. Everything about this weapon just screams scrip rather than scrap, but at the same time, because of the early stage, I might just scrap it anyway, but we'll see what decision I come to, how I figure it out. Get 7 more weapons. Hunter's Pipe Revolver with Projectiles Explode for weapon damage and damage resistance while aiming. The only good effect on there is the middle one, and I already have it unlocked, but we might scrap it just to try and get more explosive modules. Suppressor's Short Assault Rifle, replenish action points with each kill, and action point cost. The only good effect there is the bottom effect, and again, we might just scrap it just to try and get a module of it. Very unlikely we're going to get a VATS optimized module, but it's always possible. Stalker's Cryolator with critical damage and perception. Just again, just very poor effects on this weapon. Cryolators aren't very good to begin with anyway. Stalker's Hellstorm Missile Launcher with limb damage and free strength. Free strength I definitely want, so that's getting scrapped in the odd chance that we get it. I also don't rate that weapon at all. Ghoul Slayer's the dragon with weapon speed, no, it's not limb damage, and the invisibility. This weapon isn't suppressed. What would the invisibility do? And why would I need that against ghouls? It's just such a bleh. And 2 more to go. Damage while aiming, faster movement speed while aiming, mutants, ultrasight, Gatling laser. It's actually not a bad little weapon. I could give this away to somebody new and it would do some damage for them, so that might be something to give away to people in the future. And then last but not least, anti-armor, snub-nosed, 44 pistol, bash damage, perception. Probably scrap it just to try and get that anti-armor. So yeah, quite successful. So, when it comes to top picks, I think I have to look at the bloody short radium rifle with the damage while aiming and the resistance while reloading. Now, this is actually a pretty decent little weapon. The bottom effect isn't the best, but, you know, it's a decent little weapon and something that is definitely very usable, even without being modded in the slightest. Next up, I think I have to talk about the Juggernaut's combat rifle. It is a god roll for what it is. Juggernaut's definitely is due a buff in some way, shape or form, and I would really look forward to that in the future. Combat rifles aren't actually that bad. You know, they're inferior to their brother the Fixer, but they are still a decent weapon and, you know, not worth throwing away just because. It just adds a little flavour to the game. You know, I guarantee you that I'm going to get some comment going, it's just a shit Fixer. It is, but, you know, why waste a weapon? And for the last pick, I'm going to go for the anti-armor damage while aiming reload speed fixer. Now, granted, it is not a bloodied fixer, it is not a faster fire rate fixer or explosive fixer. I think it's still incredibly viable. If you're not using VATS and you're a manually aiming type person, this is going to be an absolutely great weapon to use and play around with. So I definitely recommend using it if you go down that route. Now, as you know, we are still in the midst of the new patch, so I am going to scrap things that, you know, maybe I won't in the future, just to see if we get something cool out of it. So we are going to scrap all these legendaries that we just got, other than the ones that obviously I pegged for keeping. And this is always the thing. Oh, we got a ghosts effect. I don't know what that one is, but we got a ghost effect. That's probably one of the goddamn... the one where you hit things and go invisible. You know, an absolutely useless effect. Never gives me the good ones. Well, it does. I got actually quite a few good ones. I'm keeping that Junkie's Pepper Shaker, aren't I? We'll just get rid of everything but that. Come on, give me the strength on these ones, but no, you're never going to give me the strength effect. Yep, of course we got a nocturnal effect. Of course we did. It's always the effects that you don't want that you get, isn't it? But that is what it is. Oh, it's that fixer. We don't want that. Oh, we got suppressors unlocked. And last but not least, yeah, we've got a couple of plans there. So, you know, that's not bad. I think as far as videos goes, that was rather successful. We got a bunch of different things. We learned plans. We got some god rolls. Yeah, it was quite successful. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And we'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.
Down in a vault where the echoes dance, where Vader murmur takes no chance. With scraps and scrip, she makes her trade, and in this fallout world, fortunes are made. Gems and trinkets, treasures galore. Behind her counter, well to explore. Her ghoulish smile, a cryptic jest in the wasteland's heart. She is the best. Gems and trinkets, treasures galore. Behind her counter, wealth to explore. Her ghoulish smile, a cryptic jest in the wasteland.